Guys, in case y'all didn't see the thumbnail and y'all missed it for some odd reason, hey, good Thursday to you. I know it's not the normal Wednesday that I normally do on. Unfortunately, I had a prior engagement, but I didn't want to do a show. I want to continue to do what I need to do to be consistent and do what I need to do to make sure I'm here to help you, entertain you, teach you, educate you, and just be here just on GP, right? That's what I like to do. But like I said, just in case y'all didn't see it, friends or foe. That's what it said. Now, for those who don't know, somebody on IG got it. They said, "Hold on, Hank. Hold on, brother. Ain't that spy versus fire? Spy? Damn, I couldn't get it out. My bad. Spy versus spy." I said, "Yeah, yes, it is." Some understand. They'll get it. They'll get it, but just some people will anyway. Some people a certain age. Shout out to Mad Magazine. I used to read that back in the days. Well, let me say this. I used to go to the store and stand by the magazine rack and read it because I couldn't afford to buy it, for sure. But yes, that is Spy versus Spy. Used to be a strip in the Mad Comics. For those who know. Those of a certain age understand what I'm talking about. I don't think they still got Mad. I don't think it's still published. Matter of fact, you could probably barely find a magazine anymore. But back in the days, I used to go to the local Kroger. And while mama was shopping, our grandmother was shopping, or somebody was shopping, I would go to the magazine rack. And I would read and pick up the Mad magazine and check out what's going on with Spy versus Spy. So that's the inspiration for that. But even for that as being my inspiration, if you understand that comic and understand the comic strip, you realize they was enemies, right? They was going against each other. Spy versus Spy. That's was the whole thing. You know, they both had a job to do. But in the midst of doing a job, one was willing on destroying the other in order to get the job done. Well, guys, sometimes that's how it could be with friends and foes. That's how it could be sometimes. So with that being said, I thought, man, I have to use this as a thumbnail. This is perfect. This is perfect for me as a thumbnail to use that and the analogy that comes with it. Like I said, some people understand it. Some people won't. Some people get it. Some people won't. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Look, I see a few people here. Shout out to Almanage for coming through. Shout out to her. Shout out to my friend Ty, Red Lipstick. So y'all seen that fire intro? I know y'all seen it. Well, this lady right here helped me out with that. So guess what, guys? In case you guys haven't got it yet, I need some intro or looking to upgrade on certain things, make sure you reach out to Red Lipstick Vibe. Make sure y'all do that. Tap in with her. I'm sure she'll work with you for a reasonable price, that is. Sometimes things ain't free in life. Sometimes they are. Right now, I'm about to give you some free advice. It's not going to cost you nothing. Let me tell you, the only thing going to cost you is a chance to hit that damn like button. Do that right now for me. Can you? Hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed and you just watch it from the clouds and you haven't took the opportunity to subscribe, shame on you. Please take the moment to do that. And sure, I'm sure you got some guys out there, friends, loved ones, kinfolk, maybe even enemies. Maybe a few foes out there, who knows, that may need to see the stream. So do me a favor, share this. Help a brother out. I appreciate that. But let's keep this thing going. Ain't no need to stop it now, right? Ain't no need to stop it now. Let's keep this going. I named the stream Friends or Foe for whatever reasons, because sometimes in our age, even in our late ages like myself, we have a hard time how to distinguish a friend from a foe, right? We do. Look, guys, I know y'all see what I see in this space. A lot of foes. I don't get into that shit because it's not my thing. I'm not gonna go and do all that down of a country critic. I don't do that. I let y'all have it. Now, will I get on y'all show and listen and pay attention? Yeah. May participate, but I'm not gonna do it here. I'm trying. Damn, that sounds a little hypocritical, man. I'm trying to keep it clean over here. Let me just say that. I'm trying to keep my side of the street clean. Now, I might get over and get dirty with you guys. I ain't go front. I may take some shots at certain individuals. I may. But when I get over here, it's a safe place. You safe over here. Your name is anyway. I'm not going to say your argument, because if you argue for some bullshit, you might have to hear this.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you might have to hear that. I'm just saying. Man, look at it. My guy, Jeff Willen. Shout out to this brother, man, for coming through. Brother, you know, I've been seeing your name in my chat lately. I appreciate you coming through, bro. I appreciate you. And of course, the guys who normally come through. And the gals and the ladies and the gentlemen. Shout out to the great moderator, my fiance. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. He said, "Who wants to smoke?" Well, look here, I ain't gonna have no smoke here. I ain't gonna give it out unless you talk about your football team. But we won't do that today. We'll do that Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, in the sports recap in the basement. That's when we'll do it. We'll talk about your team, and if your team is doing trash, you will get smoked in. But not today. Today we're gonna talk about other stuff. And again, like I was saying, I'm trying to help people recognize. Even at the late age, like I said, we have problems figuring that out. Some have problems figuring out whether that you guys are friends or foe. Whether you with us or you against us. Whether you on my side or you're not. Some of us have that issue figuring that out. Some do. Some don't. You know how you show me some love? By hitting that like button. I'm not the guy gonna be sitting there hit the super chat, hit the cat. I'm not gonna do that. I appreciate if you do it. I appreciate you. Well, I'm not gonna shake you down the whole show and say, I'm not. That's not me. Whatever you choose to bless me with, I appreciate the blessing. You being here is a blessing. You being here right here watching me now, listen to me talk about friends and foes is a way you showing love. I appreciate that. I see Jeffrey trying to tempt me, man, with this bullshit. I'm not gonna take the bait, guys. I'm not. Right on, my brother. I appreciate the love. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, been my touch for a little bit, brother. I appreciate the love, though. Thank you, sir, for even coming through. Hopefully you hit that like button while you came in. But I remember some of the things I taught my kids, my daughter and my son, about figuring out who's friends and who's foe, who's on your side, who's not. Now, with my son, it's a lot easier because I can relate with him more. I'm a boy, and I've seen some of the things as a young man. My daughter, it was kind of hard, but I knew how some girls can be catty, and I told her about the experience that I had with some female, but I didn't have a lot of what I consider female friends. That wasn't just me. I mean, let me say this, man. I'm going to keep honest. If you was around me long enough, more likely I'm going to have sex with you. So I didn't keep a lot of female friends. And the ones who was female friends, more than likely they was lesbian and they wasn't into the dick. At least the real one. They wanted the plastic one, the silicone one, the rubber one. So it is what it is. So I kind of kept my select few of female friends. And if they were female friends of mine, I was friends with their boyfriends or their husbands or the case may be. It wasn't just standalone female friends like that. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. But look, I can't go no further without recognizing my man Jeff came through with the $3 super sticker. Brother, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the blessings. I appreciate the super chat. You didn't have to, but you chose to. And I appreciate that. Thank you for the blessing, my guy. So that was a little bit harder to kind of tell about. But just the basics, was of what I experienced as far as with females and all of that, and what I feel, because it's not too much of a difference. I promise you, not too much. Girls just do it in a slick, slide way. They a little more slicker with their shit. You know what I'm saying? They a little bit more vicious when they do show their fangs. I didn't experience that a lot, so it's kind of hard to explain it to my daughter. But she got it because once I gave her the general, the basics of what I'm talking about, she understood. And guess what? She educated me on how they do now, or at that time. She taught me. She learned me. I'm like, oh, is that how they roll now? Is that how they get down? Is that how y'all do? So I'm just listening and paying attention. So just in case if I had another daughter, which I didn't, but if I did, I know what to share. It's always good to get educated. It's always good to listen. Even your children could teach you something. Somebody said again, they lying to themselves. You can learn something from your kids. Why not? You can learn something from anybody damn near. A fool could teach you something on how not to be a fool. But let's keep it going. But as far as talking to my son about it, I shared with him, and of course he wasn't in the Facebook, so that wasn't a problem for him. But he when he was old enough at a certain age, he was on IG. He was on Twitter at the time. Now it's called X. And also, I wasn't too familiar with TikTok at the time. I am now, but pretty much the same. And I told him, I said, where you on Facebook, they got thing what they call a friend button. And, somebody send you a request and you accept them or you don't. Unfortunately, y'all cats be picking your friends like that, like it's a damn app. And y'all refraining everybody. And you know how kids are sometimes. And at the time when, you elementary age, you let them tell, well, our first days of school starts on Monday for our kids right here. They gonna go to school. They gonna come home, tell you, Mommy, Daddy, I got a new friend I met in class today. And they ready to call them a friend. Like they've been knowing each other. And guess what? The first day they met was the first day of school. On the bus. On the way to school. Why? Because he scoot over and let you, your son or your daughter, sit in that seat. And now they best friends. Best friends for life. Let them tell us they've been knowing each other years. But they only had 20 minutes. Long enough to get from the bus stop to the school. And now, they think they've been tight forever. Not the case. But at that age, you let them have that, right? Elementary age, you let them have it. Now in middle school, that's when the lessons had to be kicked in. Yeah, look at it though. Everybody ain't your friends. And so let me tell y'all how I had to break it down to him and my daughter. Everybody's not your friend. Yeah, when everything's good, everybody's gonna be around. Enemies, loved ones, kinfolk, so-called friends. Yeah, it's all good. It's all about when them challenges come about. When that money low. Mm. Yeah, you know, when your money run funny, you short on some bills, and you might come through your boy and say, hey, man, look here, man. I had some unexpected things. Look here, I know some of y'all are rich, wealthy. Y'all never had a struggle in time. I know. But for those common folk like myself, who didn't always have what they have now, no. It is what it is. Like I said, who always didn't have what they have now, who had to hit some hard times and go through some life lessons, because life was lifing. And sometimes, you know, when life is lifing, boy, it's hard to deal with. Sometimes it's hard to wake up for some folk. Hard to get out of bed. It's hard to go to work. That's life for some people. That's life. But when you going through them hard times, can you pick up your phone and call a certain individual, say, man, look, I'm dealing with some shit. Financially, man, I'm hurting. I'm short. And I ain't got enough money to buy no groceries. Bro, man, can you help me out, man? Just can you give me a few dollars, man, to hold me over for a couple weeks, and man, I'll make sure I get it back to you. Now your friend gonna sit there and look at, hey, dog, I ain't got much. But what I got, man, I let you hold. Now, Hank, please, man, I ain't got it like that, so I'm gonna need this back, bro. But I'm gonna let you hold it. You know, if you need more than 2 weeks, I understand. But I'm gonna need this back, right? I can respect that. And guess what? You make sure you do what you gotta do to make sure you get that money back and keep it always solid. But you do have some folks, man, they say, yeah, I got you. And they never come through. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get you. Never come through. Now I can understand if you ask somebody they ain't got it, and they give you a straight up real answer. Man, I ain't got it either. I can accept that because financially, it may be hitting bad too. And I'm just giving the money thing as a small example because that's probably the most common for most folks. But let's talk about when you are going through some shit that you don't even need financial needs, but you just need them to be available to listen, right? You just need that friend to listen. Let me say this. When I was going through my divorce, I needed somebody to talk to. And when you need somebody to talk to, when you dealing with something like that, it's rough, right? Or dealing with the loss of a loved one, man, you just need somebody to be willing to open up and listen to you, or be open to listen to you. I remember I needed that at that moment, and a friend of mine wasn't there for me, who I considered a friend, and it hurt. It hurt because you thought that was your guy. Never press it with nothing else. No other issue, no money issue, no other thing. But when you deal with certain things and you need your man's ear, and they not there for you, it's gut wrenching, man. It's just gut wrenching. I mean, that can really hurt because now you ain't thinking yourself, man. I've been knowing this dude for some years, man. What? And so you try to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? You try to give him the benefit of the doubt. and see how they move with it. See how they operate with it. Because maybe they was going through a rough patch and they wasn't available. Look, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't just all the way cut them off just because a one-off thing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Give the benefit of the doubt and just see what happens. Let it materialize. Let things work themselves out. Let's see where this goes. My man dropped the ball right here. Look at what he said. I can't lie. The older I get, the people I love the most don't love the same. I know that's right. Hey, B, I know that's right. He dropped another ball. Look, my man AB coming in the chat just dropping bombs. I don't know what got into you, that AB. He said sometimes it's worth losing them over a few dollars. Weed out the fake. God damn. This man said get the weed kill out. Spread it around. See what results you're going to get from it. See what's going to happen after you spray that weed killer. Huh? And we're not talking about that Orkin man weed killer. All that. What's that? Roundup. And Roundup is bullshit, guys. I just want to let you know. Roundup is bullshit. Don't ever get Roundup. That shit, you need about 4 or 5 gallons before that shit works. But on the serious note, now. He said spray the shit around, see if the real rises to the top, or they die off. Yeah. You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. But no, back to the story, man. At the end of the day, man, you know, I realized this was not what I wanted to be. You realize that shit. You realize that real fast and quick and in a hurry. Because when you need somebody, and it's not even, see that a lot of times, usually when money comes up, that can definitely, even your friends can be a little funny about money, right? I'm not going to just put all of that on you borrow money, they tell you no, that, you know, because money is money, man. It's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't put everything on money, but, you know, it can be a deterrent factor, for sure. But when you need somebody, when you're going through some shit, that's what's going to let you know. I remember when my household caught COVID. Let me finish that story about with the guy. I had to cut loose. I had to cut him loose, man, because every time there was something going on, I got the same excuse all the time. Man, I just ain't got time. I ain't got time. It wasn't like it was. What happened in 2016? I gave him benefit of the doubt. Another issue came up. Talked to him about. Like I said, I went through a dark time for a couple of years before I went to therapy. Another issue came up. Try to holler at him. Try to get with him. Ain't got time. I got this going on. He knows I'm not a talker like that. I don't talk a lot. It won't be a long conversation. It's not going to be 2 or 3 hours on the phone or in person or like that. He knows that. And the bad thing about when he was going through what he was going through, guess who was there? Guess who talked him off the ledge? Guess who pulled him back? When you dealing with domestic violence shit, I'm dealing with this shit with you. Your old lady calling me. The hell she calling me for? Whose number is this? Because she's trying to save me. She didn't want to call the police. Who she called me? Who was there for you, pulling your ass out the house? Come on, man. Let's go take a ride. Let's walk. It's a nice night. It ain't raining. It feels good out here. Let's go listen to some goddamn crickets and grasshoppers. But when I need you, when I needed you, I got your back. That's what I got. So, guys, for you don't know, if a person turned their back on you, in many ways, that's where I'm from is disrespect. And when you did disrespect, when you give me your back, lets me know you don't care. You ain't trying to hurt nothing I say. And that's what he gave me, his back. He turned his back on me. Like, I ain't trying to hurt. Dog, when you was going through shit, I'm talking about what to the point you could have been arrested if somebody heard you or else got a call. It's not what happened. And when you went through it, we talked next day, nobody made mention of it. We act like this shit never happened. We came to you like this shit never happened, like nothing was never said, like it would never happen. Some Thanos snapping and this shit never happened. That's how cool we kept it. And how cool we kept it with you. Never brought it up to nobody in our circle. Nobody knew it. You, me, God, and your wife. That was it. But when I needed you, I couldn't get that same love. I couldn't get that same energy. I got just the opposite. So what am I supposed to do with that? So now this is multiple times you did this. They said it was one off. This is multiple. What am I supposed to do with that? I got to cut you off. Because the same thing I teach my son, if you don't give me any financial, emotional, mental, spiritual, if you don't bring none of those things to me as a friend, I don't need you. Let me say it again for those who didn't hear me. Financial, emotional, mental, or spiritual, anything like that to my life, I do not need you. You don't need them, son. So the same lessons I taught my son, I had to practice what I preach. I can't just sit there and go tell my son that and don't do it my goddamn self. It makes no sense. I had to cut him off. Because no, you're not bringing nothing. Now, is he still in our group? Yes, he is. But guess who don't fool with him? Me. I can't tell them guys to cut them off. That ain't how I'm wired. I don't do that. Well, I don't hang out with you. Don't hang out with. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't. Now, let me tell you about another friend who I got is solid. Last story. Again, going through my God, I know I keep going there, and I apologize. I know y'all probably tired of here, but this is my life. It's what I know. I got another friend who is solid. Same circle. Guess what? I told him, I said, look, y'all on married group. And when we hung out, we was all married couples. Now I'm not married no more. And I told him, I said, what I will not do, I will not be calling y'all like this. I will not be coming over hanging out. And one of the reasons why is because his wife is a friend's, his wife is a friend with my ex-wife. And I'm a friend with him. And I met him before. And I introduced my ex-wife to him and his wife. So they knew me longer, about a year longer, almost. But they, you know how girls click up and they do what they do. I'm still friends with them. He had a 50th birthday party. Me and my fiance went. My ex was there. Wasn't no smoke in the city. We kept everything cordial. And I told them. But guess what? Let me go there. I told them. And I asked. I said, is she going to be there? Does she know I'm going to be there? And I'm going to have my plus one, my fiance. Yeah, she said, I know that she probably has that idea. I said, cool. I said, you don't have to worry about me. I'm not messing like that. She knows it. I know it. Y'all know it. I don't get down like that. I said, if I feel like it's uncomfortable, I'll leave. We won't stay. Because it's not about me. It's about my man's 50th birthday party. We celebrating him, not me. Not bringing drama, not bringing some bullshit. She said he can. And I told her that because when she sent me the invite, he didn't know. But I had to say something. Now, fortunately, it was a surprise party. He already knew about it. So I said, dog. He said, I cannot invite you to anything I throw. What do I look like as a friend? I love it, brother. Brother Nate, I love it, brother. He said, how can I invite you as a friend? I said, man, you've been knowing each other for years. Fantasy football. That's how we met. Through fantasy football. Another friend. Knowing each other for years. How can I cut you loose? We've been knowing each other for way too long. Way longer than they know each other. Me and him we understood. But I told him, I said, look, I will not be that person. That it's going to cause. I said, you know me. He said, Nate, you know me. You know I don't roll like that. He said, I had no choice. I said, anytime it's something, an event that I throw, you're going to be invited. Now, whether you come or not, it's on you. He said, anytime I throw something, you will be invited. I said, brother, I love you and I appreciate that. I had to show up. And I did. Dressed for the occasion. It was like one of them 20s themes. So we went, we had fun, stayed for a few hours, met a couple people, so introduced her to some other people. Had a good time. No issues. Now, I'm not gonna say we didn't get no looks or snarls or certain all that came in. And that's okay. You gotta expect that, right? It is what it is. But at the end of the day, that other guy was there. I still speak to him. I'm not. I'm not like some people I see. Some of these ladies, they be looking at them all ready. They just ready to fight. I'm speak. I'm saying, how you doing there? Good. But I just know it is what it is. I just know it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just got to treat it as such. He's not your close friend no more. He's not what he's just somebody I know. So said Mr. T said, still don't trust nobody. God damn. He said, no. He said, not anything I'm proud of and want to brag about. But I'm one deep in these in these days. Hey, man. Hey. You look. You know how some people say, man, I got all. No, they really don't. He probably got about what he called 10 friends, and probably 1, 2 of them are solid. The rest of them are just there because everything's good. Or you provide something that they need. Not because they down with you like the pavement. Nah, they not down like that. Not most of them, they not. It's not. I mean, it is what it is, but I'm just being serious. It is what it is. Let me go to these videos. There's a couple videos, man, that really makes you think and have to question and ponder certain things, man. And one of these videos, man, right here, man, touched me. I'm like, God damn, I couldn't imagine have to do this. But let's go to it.
Fix it for me.
Man, he's still a baby.
Yeah, my baby. He just got grown.
Anybody know that all
Clean your face up. I gotta get you some product, man.
Oh, fix it for me. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Because, Lord, I have a problem that only you can solve. So, Lord.
Now, man, look here. as a man, we know you can develop a friendship with your barber, right? A certain level of friendship of trust, because you go to the barber shop, man, you may go like he's your therapist. Go confide in him, tell him things and share things, and he learn things about you. You learn things about him, and you develop a bond and a friendship. Something like that, man. I couldn't imagine. Now, my uncle was a barber. R.I.P. to original. I couldn't imagine over the period of time developing friendship, and you had to cut your friend's hair. You know, I asked my uncle. I said, "Man, Hank, how does it feel when you cut a client or maybe someone you consider close and friend, family members?" He says, "Tough." He says, "It's never easy." Besides more attention, you the first to see the body. And now you looking down this man that used to be in the chair laughing and giggling and having a good time, telling stories, talking shit, telling jokes, talking about each other's team or our life and sharing, old war stories. Now they're no longer there. They're no longer with us. I'm just looking down upon the deceased person and just cutting it. I could imagine. Say, "Hey man, you ever had a cut?" He said, "Man, I cut a lot of friends and family." He said, and it doesn't get easier. Speaking of foes, shout out to my only white friend, as he calls himself. My only white friend. Oh God, Jesus Christ! But he said it doesn't get easy. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It's something it was always challenging every time you had to get that call that you had to give that person their last cut. But to do something like that, you got to be solid, man. Some people couldn't handle that. That's a real one to me. But let me show you an example of what not so real friends are. They what we consider foes or enemies. This is bad. Let's check it out.
From New Orleans, I lie on my dick from time to time.
Don't ever fucking say that shit ever about me in your motherfucking life. And you're a fucking weirdo for even bringing me over here, you fucking weirdo.
See what I'm saying?
Fucking weirdo, and you know that shit, nigga. You're a fucking weirdo. I don't like none of you niggas. I don't like none of you fucking
What the fuck I did?
So those people supposed to be your boys, your friends, your comrades. And they just watch you in that situation, and one's recording. Now, who? Somebody say it's a skit. Even if it was a skit or is a skit, we can't act like we don't see that shit. Guy's supposed to be your friend. You see him in the midst of chaos. What, as a friend, what the first thing you need to be doing trying to pull him out? First thing you need to be doing is, hey man, come on man, baby girl, you take that energy on somewhere else. It ain't here. Okay, you got it off. You done. You ain't got to keep going. And then she go around talking about, I don't like none of you. Well, it is what it is. But my dog, he done dealing with you. And hopefully, I don't know, of course, clip cut off. Hopefully somebody laid on the clip, they did that for me, man. If they did, they ain't shit. And dog, you need to reevaluate your friends. Shit. You need to run a checklist for them dudes, because them dudes ain't in your corner. They not for you. They not for you. They might as well be with that chicken in there, man. Be talking bad to your ass. Because basically that's what they doing. If they not going to do anything to help you, pull you out of this situation, nobody said they got to fight the girl. But at least, hey, tell the girl to go on about her business. Tell the chick to go on about her business. It ain't worth it. And then what we seen in that clip. Let me see my AB. He said, I did that once for my ex. My ex's dad. Had dreams for a minute afterwards too. Hey man, guys, look at that. That's rough, man. That's rough. You have to do something like that, brother. I mean, I couldn't imagine. AB, my prayers and heart goes out to you, brother. I couldn't imagine have to do that, man. I could not. Shout out to all the barbers, man, that go through that, man, and have to do that, man. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. I seen this other clip, man. This shit was real.
Solid niggas ain't friendly. They don't want to kick it with you. You gotta find them. Yeah. It's rare to find them. They ain't gonna be out there like everybody else in the mix. Niggas in the mix, them be the fake niggas too. If this nigga in the mix, he friendly. He ain't real. He gonna do some whole ass shit wild. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, don't be surprised when he do it. You did it yourself. You want to be his friend, friendly. I'm not friendly, period. People be weird, bro. They morals be different. They energy is not the same. Real niggas don't want to be nowhere near a fake nigga, period. Yeah. I don't want to greet them. I don't want to bump them. You whack at hell.
That's true. That's true. I mean, you just like what I was telling you about that guy. I spoke, kept it moving. Ain't no need of getting in a long conversation, man. How you doing? I don't care. Because you showed me your colors. You showed me where you stood. You showed me where our friendship is and what it's about. So yeah, how you doing? And keep it moving. You know, you got to gather. You don't want to make it too awkward. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make it too awkward. And of course, I'm still friendly with his wife. They still together. Still friendly with his wife. So like I said, didn't want to make it too awkward. I spoke to her, how you doing, and kept it moving. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let me show this couple more clips I want to show. We're planning on going too long now. I got some things I got. In fact, let me go. Look, I was going to break it on my members on, but I'm not going to do it to you guys. I got paperwork I got to fill out. The paperwork I got to fill out because me and the fiance are closing on this house. We're trying to get a new residence. So now you will see me in a different office. I'm not going to say when, but you will. This background will be different. As my man, he used to say, I look like I'm in a prison cell. Were you in the basement of a prison? Shout out to my brother Quest, man. He made that statement to me. And guess what, guy? He's what inspired me to call my show The Basement. Because he said, were you in the basement of a prison? So blame it on him why I call my show The Basement. Because that's where I'm at. I'm in the basement of my house doing my show. It's his fault, yeah. It's his fault. Oh, man. He said, Birds versus Texans in about 7 minutes. Whatever, man. Don't be telling them why I'm really getting off. Look, I'm about to get off for you. I'm about to leave you guys so I can watch a third and fourth string players play. And guys who won't even make the team. My man AB says congrats. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. The dungeon. Hey. Shout out to the Dungeon Crew, baby. I don't know if y'all remember that. Goody Mob, Outkast, and the producers. It used to be called the Dungeon Crew. Shout out to them, man. Jeffrey said, busted. God damn, you got me, brother. You got me. Well, let me keep this going, man. I ain't gonna let you throw me off topic. I'm on time crunch.
mention one thing to my wife about like pulling back on spending because we're doing something. She immediately thinks we're broke. I'm like, the hell is, but she does because she gets stressed out. So I have to articulate things with her differently. I can come here and tell you guys that and you won't even interpret it that way. You'll just understand, oh yeah, we gotta save some money. That's what you man do. Like, she's like, are we broke? We don't have any more money? I'm like, baby, I'm just asking us not to spend $50 at Starbucks every single morning. Can we do that like twice a week, dude? Like I'm not, but all of a sudden we're poor. So what I'm saying is when you got man stuff to deal with, you gotta go to men. And if you start treating your wife like your sounding board, one, it's gonna stress her out. It's gonna make her highly uncomfortable and put her in a place out of her element. Or two, it's gonna start putting her in a motherly role. And she's gonna start acting like your mom. She's gonna start trying to solve your problems, and then you're gonna start coming to her with more problems, and pretty soon you have this really weird dynamic, this Freudian dynamic, where you've replaced one mother in your life with another mother in your life, and you have this really strange relationship. I think you have to have your tribe around, and I think to Stone's point, you've got to make time to be with your friends, and sometimes it's inconvenient. There's a lot of times when I'm like, dude, I don't want to go out. I'd rather go to bed. Like, that's the guy, the man inside me, like, I'd rather just go to sleep. But part of me knows I need to. I need to go out to just get out of the habit, get out of the house, be around with some brothers, and laugh and cut things up. It doesn't have to even be serious talk. To me, that is really, really therapeutic. Now, when it gets into 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, it's no longer therapeutic. But I think it's super important for men to always have a tribe around them for the reasons.
So, guys, that clip's real. Now, ladies, y'all, that applies to you too. Just because we've seen a bunch of dudes hanging around, that's the video. It is what it is. But ladies, sometimes it's what y'all need to do. Hang around with your girlfriends, just get away, get around, and just hang out with your girlfriends, just like the fellas, man. Just need to have some me time with the fellas and just hang out. Ain't on some homosexual shit. I see what some of y'all will equate that to. That shit don't make sense to me. But it's not about that. It's because, like you said, mentally, we can understand. We don't have to go into deep dive detail. You can say some of the bare minimum stuff. Nothing to do with. You see, when we're not here, he understands. Your lady, man, you got to go and give a whole display, explanation, a breakdown. I mean, a thorough. What's that? We used to. You have to break down to every molecule and point. So you can't break it down no more. To some women, because they just don't understand. You just have to do that. Fella, you say about 3 or 4 lines. Got you. Bro, you ain't got to say no more. I understand. I know what you're dealing with. I understand what you're trying to do. I understand what you're going through. That lady like, oh, what does that mean? What does this mean? And now you getting frustrated. You getting upset. You getting impatient. You feeling some type of way. And now you feel like whatever you just try to share with her, you feel like 10 times worse. Like, damn, why'd I even open my mouth? Why'd I even say anything? Guys, I know y'all perfect. Y'all don't have them problems. Maybe it's just hate problems. I'll just say it. So for you to be able to hang out with your guys, man, and have a different type of conversation, it is what it is. He said mansplaining. Exactly. We just understand. No, we just understand. A lot don't have to be said. A lot don't have to be talked about. A lot don't need to be shared. We just understand what each other's talking about. We have a level of, and like I said, it may take like a couple sentences. You explain it, and might have to explain it twice. That woman, man, you might have to go 3 times. Now she wants itemized receipts on what you're talking about. You got to go into that deep of a detail. But look, I can't. Look, let me do this. Before I do this next clip, I have to do this because if I don't, I'm gonna hear about it later. But you know who? My moderator / secretary / future wife. Tell me I forgot to share my album and display of action figure / Funko Pop of the week Without further ado, I'm about to do it now, so it won't be said.
You will enjoy the fusion, and I will ascend with the style that I am using. Knowing that it's tough, finish not a buff. I think I'll let it play, cause threads ain't fucking.
So for those who don't know, that is RoboCop. ED 209. And my man, Clarence Boddicker. So those are characters from the RoboCop movie. Back in 86, 87, I believe the movie came out. Good movie. Ahead of his time. Ahead of his time. Matter of fact, I would like to see him. They tried to do a redo, and it wasn't that good. I would like to see him try to go to the well again and try to redo the redo and see how it goes, especially with the better technology and the better CGT that we have now. So I would think that would be great. Oh God, here go Dorian's BFF. Hey, Dorian, Hink, greetings. Hink's refreshing fiance. OLA to Dorian's fiance Hink. This is the month of wedding bells ringing and furniture shopping for that house, Dorian. Whatever, Travel One. He said, real talking. It bees like that sometimes. Right. The first still better. Hey, I love the first RoboCop, man. I loved it. Great movie, man. I love it. Look, even today I can watch it now. You know, of course, you're gonna look at it kind of funny because of the graphic. Like you can say, oh God, it's gonna look like it's distorted. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But let's go to this next video. We're gonna talk about it.
Bro, a lot of black men don't have friends that they can really have deep conversations with, bro.
No.
And I didn't know that was a thing. Because with my bros, I'd be like, yo, I love you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yo, bro, I need a hug. Yo, let's pull up tomorrow because I'm going through some things right now. You know, God's put me through some fire right now. Look, what's up, bro? I need y'all to pull up. I need a hug. I need us to sit down, eat. Let's talk a little bit. You feel me? And we can have those conversations. We can cry in front of each other. We can chill. We can hug each other. We can embrace each other. And we can tell each other like, yo, bro, this is what I need from you. And it's not going to come off as, oh, bro, you gay. No homo.
Right,
Pause.
right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, so I feel like a lot of black men don't really have that and struggle when it comes time for them to seek out support because they've never known how to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I know what yeah. Because I've been blessed, like me and my tight circle, we've been tight since high school. So like 25 years and no real fallouts or nothing like that. But a lot of
So what my man is sharing is real. Every man should have a select group of guys, man, that you should be able to rely on, have a conversation with, be able to share things, you know what I'm saying, and not be judged about, right? Be able to be honest and open with them and just get whatever it is off your chest, man. And if that to the point where it causes you to have some certain emotions, man, look, certain solid people, they understand. You know what I'm saying? Certain individual will understand. Now, I can't say that I never cried in front of my buddies. But I remember, man, I felt so angry. I felt like, man, I can just do some stupid shit. I mean, almost to the point of getting to a fight with one of them because it got to that point. because I felt like he was coming at me way harder than he probably should have. But that was during time when I'm dealing with a whole lot of emotions. Now, he apologized to me about that a day later. I said, what you apologizing for? I said, don't apologize to me because that's what I needed. Now, I'm not going to say I wasn't going to ready to whoop your goddamn ass at night. That's not what I'm saying. But that's what I needed. Sometimes you just need to hear that blatantly honest, straight up truth. Your shit stinks. And you tell me, nah, man, my shit don't stink. I'm good over here. No, dog, your shit stink. And this is why it stinks. Because you need to be doing this and this and that instead of doing that, and that. You're doing too much of this and not enough of that. And so, no, that's when that dude holds that mirror up to your face, and now you got to look at it and be honest with yourself. Is what this son bitch saying to me right? Or he just blowing some goddamn smoke up my ass? Is this dude being real? Is he really being a friend? Or he's just an old enemy plotting on my downfall? Or is he saying it's just to try to give me a hard time because he already had some type of ill type feeling towards me for whatever reason? All that shit goes through my head. I goes through my, and I'm thinking about all that bullshit. What was the reason? What was his agenda? Why did he say this? Why did he share it with him? Is this because I really need to hear this? Was this really the right time to say that? All that was going through my head that night. And it wasn't like I called a meeting of the minds. I told my buddy, man, I need to come over. We need to talk in the backyard. I didn't say, man, call the rest of the crew. No, I didn't. One dude was already over. And the other dude, he did call. And we just sit back and just talk. I got the shit up off my chest and after I left, I felt good. Now, and like I said, I was just upset with one of them to the point we almost got into a fight. He called me out of respect and made it right. And I told him, you didn't have to. For what? It's not your fault. This is the decision that I caused and I made. This is my fault. I think you didn't do nothing wrong. I mean, I needed to hear that. Maybe that's what puts me on the edge to get me back to where I needed to be. Get me right back in the right frame of mind. To hear, hey, man, your shit stinks, man. Now, look here, guys. Sometimes when you got friends, they know you. And they know what you can handle, what you can't. Some friends, you can't come as harsh and pounding the fist like that. You can't do that for some friends. Some friends, they're not built for that shit. Some friends, you got to come in a more gentle, loving way, depending on the moment. You look, your friends, the moments where you need to, snatch them up by that collar and say, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, dog, come on, man. Let me holler at you. You just know them individuals because you've been around them long enough. You know their character. You know their demeanor. You know how they respond to certain things. You see this. You observe this. You learn this. You do. And that's all part of it. That's all part of it, man. I mean, look. Figure out who's your foes. Figure who with you, who's not with you. But let me say this, you better figure that shit out fast. Because them foes could be lingering in the backside in the cut. And they'll do everything they can to drag you down. They'll do everything they can to discourage you and to hate on you, to to put salt in the game. You understand what I'm saying? You have individuals like that, even in your circle, who you thought was cool. It's not going to until you hit that adversity. Speaking of haters, shout out to Big 11 with the $10 super chat. He said, yeah, but Hink, you can't fight. What up, bro? Hey, man, Big Head, you ain't shit. Sherry Burns said, are you moving different? But Big Head, back to you. You didn't have to, but you chose to, and I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, sir, again, for that $10 super chat. Sherry Burns said, I'm moving different. Are you moving different? I mean... Sherry Bear, I'm moving so different. I'm about to get married again. I mean, I don't know how much more difference I need to move, but I am. I'm about to join the fraternity of marriage, the sorority of marriage. I'm about to join again. So am I moving different? Is what you asked me? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Shout out to Average Man, brother. It's been a couple of weeks. I ain't seen you, but I'm glad to see you back. Glad to see you back. Oh man, look, I will be doing a show with simulcast. I don't know how long I'll be on it tonight, but you know, normally Real Presence has a show on Mondays. Didn't do it this Monday. A schedule change. So with that being said, she had to change her schedule. They're gonna do a show tonight. So I'll probably simulcast. Like I said, I won't be doing it. Sherry Bear, you asked a whole lot of goddamn questions now. She said, what part of Kentucky you in? I'm gonna leave it there. Oh man, lockdown for life, yes. Jeffrey, black love is a beautiful thing. As long as you got the right one, you good. Right on. Look at this shit right here. Look at this shit. She said, well, first of all, when you use that word, you won't ever get up her, Sherry Bear. Let me tell you that right now. Yeah, I didn't. You know, they got the new kickoff rule. So it's way different than what it was. Way different what it was. So no, I didn't see it. I mean, I'm not gonna watch the first few minutes. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because Jeffrey's black ass called me out. Talking about why I'm getting off so early. And that's not even the case. Not completely. Because I gotta go break bread. And I got another show I gotta do here shortly. Oh lady, make sure her man got some nourishment. Guys, look here, let me tell you this before I go. Get you a woman that can cook. If she can't cook the best, at least she tries. Get your woman who at least try and attempt to cook. At least she's willing to learn to cook. Learn how to cook. It means you need to get her some goddamn culinary art classes. Do it. As long as she got the mother traits and treats and positives about her, you can work with her. Don't get you no hindrance ass woman. Fellas, we got to move like men need to be moving, man. Get you a woman that's going to be about her business, man. Who's going to be willing to work with you, understand you, and can relate to you. Get you a woman who has a father figure in her life. Do that for yourself, for your own well-being, because then when you get a woman like that, more than likely she knows how to appreciate and how to listen and respect and understand a man. The reason why I said it because their father taught her that. And if he didn't, then shame on him. Now, of course, there's some other things you need to cipher through, but I'm not going to go over all that right now. Maybe on another show, right? Maybe on another show. But just some things, man. I just dropped some knowledge in your ear, man. Average man said, "He do your thing, bro. Enjoy your lives together. I'll keep hope alive. Keep it alive, my brother. Your time's going to come sooner than later. And it might be this woman. Sherry Berry. I love you like a little brother. I got to protect." Well, right on, Sherry Berry. I appreciate your protection. Shout out to Sherry Berry wanting to protect me. Well, let me tell you this, Sherry Berry. I got a lady who I think is going to protect me. So I appreciate you for the thought. Guys, come back, man. I will be here probably about another hour and a half. But well, about another hour from now. Because by then, all the backups will be out. And we'll be playing 4-string players and guys won't even make the team. So I'm going to watch a little football while I break bread. But I'll be back here shortly. We'll be chopping it up with the real Precious. She looks like she got a good topic. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. But for those guys who are here, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, Sherry Berry, your black ass better already subscribe if you ain't. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, guys. I appreciate you being here. Continue to rock with your boy. And again, I got some more great news coming and more things to share. And more little things to be coming down the pipeline, especially with the sports side of the thing, man. Again, for those who don't know, I'm collaborating with another guy named Taylor. And we got a sports show. It's strictly about football. Strictly about football that we got, man. We're going to be on Apple Music. So we're going to do an audio side of things as well as do drop videos and pre-recorded videos and some live stream videos. We're going to be doing all that. Another thing is fantasy football season is coming up here. And I'm going to have my man on again, once again, Chris Allen. Chris Allen's going to be on here. We're going to talk about fantasy sports, fantasy football. Let's keep it straight there. We're going to be talking about fantasy football. He's going to give you some helpful hints. Now, he's a Cincinnati Bengals fan. We're not going to hold that against him. Now, I ain't got nothing against Cincinnati Bengals because a lot of the people in the state of Kentucky are Bengals fans, are the Colts fans. Those are the two closest teams in my state. So I deal with them. But then you got a few Pittsburgh fans around here and some of them Cowgirl fans. We that's a different story. But, yeah, they all around. But with that being said, man, definitely continue to rock with us. Continue to check us out, man, here in the basement. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, man, for this brief hour and 20-minute show I put on. Just wanted to share the word. You just got to be careful out here. You got to be careful because, determining friend and foe sometimes can be tough. It can be definitely challenging. But you got to figure out which one's which. Who's down with you, who's not. That's the challenge. So make sure y'all guys do that and be aware. Sometimes that means you got to evaluate your circle. you gotta do an inventory of your friends. So be it. Because they don't need you keep holding on to fake friends. They ain't gonna do nothing but hold you down. Like an old ball and chain. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So that being said, guys, thanks for rocking with me. I appreciate you coming and showing up. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Right on.